Hey, everybody. I'm Bob Wilson. We're straight out of Workers Comp, simulcasting on the Deconstructing Comp Network. With me is the little head back there is Mark Pugh. I'm the big giant head for this episode. My partner, Mark Pugh, and our guest today is Chris Letsos, who we're all very excited to introduce. He's the new CEO of Kids Chance of America. You are our first official I'm on the board of Kids Chance, so when I say "are," it's not possessive for a reason, but it is possessive for a reason. You're our first actual official employee. Mm-hmm. We're really going through a lot of change at Kids Chance of America, and Chris is going to be leading us into through that exciting change. So welcome, Chris. We appreciate you joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
No, our pleasure. We want to talk a little bit about who you are, your background. We realize you've been on the job at Kids Chance for a whopping 2 weeks.
Officially.
So we want to know all the exciting changes you've already implemented,
Absolutely.
all those things. But you could talk a little bit about Kids Chance, describe what it is. You have a very personal connection to Kids Chance mission that you may be willing to talk about, and just where you might be seeing Kids Chance going in the future. So I'm going to let you take it away for a minute.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm really excited to have the opportunity to talk about Kids Chance and how we can connect the dots for families and children across the country who are involved in the workers' comp ordeal and situation as parents and family members get hurt. But Kids Chance has been around for 40 years nationally and 20 years as a national organization, giving out over $40 million in scholarships, all directed by caring individuals and volunteers all over the country.
Right.
So as the first official CEO, and this is a deeply personal mission for me, my father was injured on the job, changed our family's life dramatically, made us start from scratch and realized how important those opportunities are. And what Kids Chance does is do just that. It provides children hope and opportunity. It provides them access. It provides them caring adults and volunteers in their corner, no matter what, knowing that their future, they can be successful with that financial support that's raised locally.
Sure.
At a national level, I think our goal is to build that brand and make sure that we build a movement around these young people so they know that when their family member's injured, they can lean on Kids Chance for whatever support they need to be successful.
Right. That's super. That's great. I agree with that. Mark, you okay back there? Everything okay? You need anything to drink? Or we're not stopping for 15 minutes.
I'm not a cardboard cutout.
If you had to go to the bathroom or anything, it's too late now. We're not going to stop.
So, Chris, you've been in nonprofits basically your entire career. What kind of drew you to Kids Chance, other than obviously your familial background? But boys clubs, you were that's a really key aspect of knowing nonprofits versus private versus all that. So what drew you to Kids Chance?
Well, I think nonprofit work sort of gets in your blood, a lot like workers' comp. I keep hearing once you're in it,
you never leave.
But with nonprofit work, the mission matters so very much. And for those of us that were affected by this personally, we spend our lives and our careers wanting to pay it back. So I spent over 20 years at Boys and Girls Clubs and about 3 at Big Brothers Big Sisters, and really saw the power of believing in children and giving them opportunities beyond their circumstances. So when I heard about Kids Chance, not only did it resonate personally, but what an incredible opportunity to provide children who often are going to get forgotten, slip through the cracks, and have Kids Chance become that that agency and movement and organization across the country that can stand in the gap. Be their advocates, be their supporters, and make sure that no matter what, these children and their families, moms, dads, aunties, grandmas, know that no matter what, Kids Chance is going to step up and ensure that those children, those students can dream big, and that no matter what, we're going to be in their corner to make sure that they're successful.
And Kids Chance has been around since 1988, started in Valdosta, Georgia, an attorney named Bob Clyott. It was just a kind of a dream of his, became a dream after dealing and seeing some of what he calls the continuation of the cycle of poverty within some of the families that are affected by this. And in those, I don't even know the math, 40 some years, we have given $40 million worth of scholarships to over 9,000 students nationally. But Kids Chance has also separated. There are 50 organizations, one in every state. A few of them have affiliate organizations such as Colorado, Iowa, Minnesota, New Mexico, although they are really becoming more of they've changed their name. It was the Toby Wright Foundation, now Kids Chance. And recognizing that you've only been on the job 2 weeks, we're going to give you a break on, tempered expectations.
Absolutely.
At the moment.
Well, he's got a great grasp on the mission already.
Oh, he does. He does. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. could you speak a little bit to where you believe an organization like Kids Chance can go over the next few years? Because this is a shift. I mean, we've recognized our board has been a very active, hands-on management board, and we're really shifting now to an advisory strategy role. So we're with that in place. Where do you think Kids Chance can go?
Well, yeah, I love that question, and I think that's the beauty of this opportunity. I think Kids Chance of America, our number one challenge is first and foremost to build momentum around building a movement, something that's more than the sum of its parts, something that lasts in perpetuity, and something that in this industry and for families that are affected by this, they'll always know that Kids Chance will be there on their side. I think it comes down to a couple simple steps, and it's not simple in delivery, but simple in what those steps should be. Kids Chance needs to first and foremost convene partners around this conversation. You know, here at this conference, there's thousands of people who have vested interest in this work, but there's so many more. Convene partnerships that can build true collaboration. You know, Kids Chance can't do this alone. So leveraging other nonprofits, leveraging the faith-based community, institutions of higher education, trades, and really build that community around Kids Chance network. And then finally, you know, once you connect, you build that collaboration, then you catalyze ideas. And we could do that through our 50-state presence, through our partners here, and through our really generous supporters of corporate partners. Because we know that all together, when we join this Kids Chance network, this movement, not only are we going to improve the lives of children, we're going to improve their families, their neighborhoods, their communities, cities, states, and then ultimately our country.
No, that's absolutely true.
One of the things I have noticed in listening to stories of students, scholarship recipients, is that almost universally they want to pay it forward. You know, they either want to finish their parents' mission of being a first responder and they were killed in the line of duty, or there was a healthcare provider that was really a difference maker, and so they want to be a nurse, an orthopedic surgeon. You mentioned it as well as a driver for you, given your history. What is it that drives that pay it forward? Because you would think sometimes kids were like, I want nothing to do with what my parent, you know, I just, that was such a tragic, traumatic experience. I just don't want to have anything to do with it. What do you think drives that person, almost a personality trait or a character trait that goes, you know, I want to make the world better and help perpetuate that good news?
I think that's a great question, right? And I think when people think of these children and families, you think about resiliency first, not realizing that these children are beyond resilient. These students, these young people, their resiliency was forced on them. And what they do in that experience and along that journey is realize how important it is to lift up others around them, because those that have been there for them, in my case, it was a teacher who believed in me, right? And in some cases of our student ambassadors and stories that I've heard, it's volunteers like you guys, or it's, you know, someone that along the way took just a moment. In those little moments said, I believe in you and I'll be there to support you. That sticks. And especially for these young people who, you know, have to deal with this overnight. That not only sticks to them, it's something that I think inspires them to be great. And Kids Chance, I think, can be that conduit to building that culture, not only in the students and families that we serve, but in the workers' compensation industry altogether. You know, bubbling up, knowing that we're a part of something so much bigger through the Kids Chance movement.
And I will second that, and I will add, I've had a great opportunity over the years to meet a number of the Kids Chance scholarship recipients from all over the country, and they're all the same in the sense that they're strong, they're committed to their future, they want to build a better life, they choose really noble, generally very noble, worthy professions that make a better community. And I really think that a lot of, and I've told people, you know, those who know me know I'm a relatively conservative guy, slightly to the right of Attila the Hun. And you hear about things that are going on in colleges today, and some of the free speech zones and the crying closets, and these things that you make, you know, every generation is critical of generations that are behind them. But recognizing that, you get concerned about it. That's not these kids. It is not. They already know that, unfortunately, through circumstance, that bad things can happen to good people, and they are bound and determined to make a better life for themselves and for their families, I would say. It's just, you could not find a more impressive group of people to help. I would say that. Now, hands down, I'll say that all day long. They are, you know, we have Olivia, who is on our board of directors of Kids Chance of Florida. She's very strong personality, very talented young woman, now working for Florida Fish and Wildlife. She's a supervisor. She's got her dream job. She was a Kids Chance recipient. She's on the board of directors of Kids Chance of Florida now, and she's giving back. And we've got a lot of these kids who are willing to do that and wanting to help. And I think that's a wonderful thing. It just shows that they're very community focused, which is great.
Very much.
Yep.
The one thing I'll echo and just say, in meeting Olivia and some other students.
Yeah, he's been drinking from a fire hose the last couple of days. Yeah.
What they've taken through Kids Chance is that almost this commitment to being an inspiration for others around them.
Yeah. Well, you heard the young lady speak at the golf tournament.
Absolutely.
Oh my
absolutely.
God.
And through these stories, I reflect on my own, and I'm lucky enough, my father's still around.
Right.
And as I've heard these stories and they share with us, they're not intentionally trying to seek out those opportunities to inspire us, but they do.
Right.
And they know that it matters, and they know that through their experiences, other kids are going to benefit. So I would challenge everyone to read up on our student ambassadors, get to know them in each and every one of our states, because these students are the best of us.
Right. Well, you heard the young woman we had speak. We had yesterday. We're here. By the way, we're here at WCI in Orlando. I forgot it. I didn't say. It's my first time in the big head seat. I've been back there the whole time. But I think we're at it's a huge 7,000 person conference. If you've never been here before, we're in a central hallway that is between the conference center and the hotel. So you may see us wave and be distracted. I'm easily distracted, like a squirrel. Oh, okay. But we had a golf tournament yesterday. Kids Chance of Florida had a golf tournament, raised almost $87,000 supporting the cause. But we had a young lady speak, Monsi, and she spoke very, very well. She lost her father in a workplace accident. Did you know that yesterday was the 3-year anniversary from her father's death?
Not.
You could not tell from the way she spoke, but I learned that when I went to meet her afterwards to introduce myself. She spoke so eloquently and so well about what she wanted for her future. She wants to be an educator, taking biology right now in her 3rd year of college. And she's a Kids Chance recipient, and she was willing to come over here to Orlando and talk to give back. So it's a wonderful cause.
I know historically one of the biggest problems in Kids Chance has been not money, not fundraising, because this is something that's bipartisan, whichever side of the divide you're on. But finding scholarship recipients and finding students. And I know that's got to be a part of your plan, Bob. You've talked about a variety of people that were put in to a database at birth and are coming of age at this point. Chris, what are your thoughts about finding ways to find people to give the money to?
Well, the board was really, really smart and intentional in creating the Planning for the Future program and initiative to do just that. As younger children are experiencing loss or their parent getting hurt on the job, those names are coming up to the national team, and then we are working to disperse those out. We have about 1,500 young people on that list, but we know we need more because we know this is affecting countless more children.
We're not getting everybody.
We're not getting them all.
We are not.
So part of our platform moving forward is to work in each and every one of our states to build that advocacy campaign so we can find the right pathways and pipelines to get and obtain that information and then disseminate it out to our states. We want to leverage partnerships with other nonprofit agencies and organizations and school districts and school psychologists, because we know how important it is to pump kids into the system, but more importantly, while they're with us in that Kids Chance experience, that we're touching base with them, that we're reaching out and they know that we care and that we're there for them no matter what. And then when they become of age, we'll be there for them to help them get that post-secondary education.
All right. That sounds good. I've been given the high sign from the people taking our place that our time is up, unfortunately. But any quick last thoughts? Anything you want to add?
Just want to thank you guys for all that you do and lifting up our mission. And for everyone watching and listening, we can use your help in every one of our states. It doesn't take a lot to make a really big impact at Kids Chance. All we ask is that you take a chance on us and our students.
And spread the word.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much. Chris,
nice meeting you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate
meeting you.
Thanks for joining us. All righty. And then we will keep talking while we sign off here.
All right.
Thanks for joining us today. Okay, we're good.